So today I have got something extra special to talk about with you guys. We are looking at the Mega Heater 1 of 1 from 2014, this RoboDuck by Ryno and Joe P. Absolute legends of legends. This is what stories are made of, and boy am I excited to have this come across my table. Doing it just, a little bit different. Going to be kind of talking about my overall thoughts, my opinions, anything that kind of comes to my head. Nothing scripted. I've kind of taken the footage and now I put it onto my computer. I'm going to be talking with you guys and just giving it to you guys just honestly, because this does not happen but once. A piece like this, something like this exists. If you got a bag, you can make stuff happen. Certain artists, but when two people come together in this world and make a collab happen, it's rare, it's special, and it means something. This piece does not belong to me. I'm lucky enough to have it come across my table. It is in a private Wooks collection, so if you know, you know. And I'm lucky enough to just be looking at it. No function tests, anything like that. Maybe in the future, we might get to see some function out of this guy. But this is a literal piece of artwork and something to be coveted and appreciated. And sometimes with Headys, it's difficult because they just don't get the attention that they deserve, that they need. These things need to be displayed, shown off, and sometimes, they just get snagged up and bagged up and pellied up. They just never get shown off again because of one reason or another. And, hopefully through this series, I'll get to show off more pieces, stuff that just does not get shown off very often, stuff that just doesn't exist. One of one pieces just like this. And if you don't know, just a quick little backstory or just explanation, Ryno, he is the guy that does rubber ducks in the community. If you've ever seen like a rubber duck collab with anybody, it's most likely been Ryno. Ryno glass been throwing down the ducks for as long as I can remember, and mashed up with Joe P, one of the most legendary artists. He is so multifaceted, multi-talented. He does not stay bound to one thing. He does crazy sculptural works, to say the least. This is a piece from 2014, and you can instantly tell once you see the actual joint on the back. It is a male joint. That is the reason why this has come across my table. I'm making some drop downs for this male joint piece. But just to see the craftsmanship, the high level of just detail, just how well this is made, is crazy to see in person. Going all the way back to 2014, just the way glass has evolved over the years and how far it's come. Legendary people like Ryno and Joe P just pushing the envelope just way back in the day. I mean, now 2022, almost 10 years ago, 8 years ago, it's insane to think about how far it's come. Getting to see pieces like this that one day may actually exist in a museum, something to be respected and appreciated, to say the least. The actual water volume on the piece is so small. It's such a micro rig. The actual duck is free floating in the robot legs, basically. And once I realized that, it blew my mind. It's being supported by the other kind of attachments into his belly. And so just the level of craftsmanship, like I had said, is just insane, pushing the envelope. I almost, just lost it once I realized the welds, everything about this piece just hits it out of the park. I was hesitant at first how stable it was, how tall it is, but it's way more bottom heavy than it is top heavy because the duck is hollow, and the feet themselves are quite stable. The shape, the actual shape of the feet, even though one is tilted, it is so stable. It's like a tripod and it just really doesn't go anywhere. So that kind of would be my first concern on like a major Heady. It's like, how stable is it? How easily is it going to knock over when you're session with it? This one, way like 10 out of 10 stable compared to what I thought it would be when I was looking at it. So the yellow is actually sleeved in clear. Yellow and orange, both of those colors are very difficult colors to work in general. And it's impressive to see the welds, how clean everything is along the piece. Even back then in 2014, the color palette was much more limited. It wasn't as developed. So to see this craftsmanship back then, I really do have a huge appreciation for it. It's got the matching ducky. That is actually a carb cap. Crazy to actually think some of you might not know what a carb cap is. But yeah, with a dome and a carb cap, and that's the matching ducky that you would use to carb it. I like the little button mouthpiece, kind of like that extra round bit around the mouthpiece on the top of the head. Overall, extremely heady piece. Crazy the fact that it came through the studio. Looking at it, getting to have all the inspiration, what it means to the glass community when pieces get created and get sold. Sometimes, you just don't get to know about them, and sometimes they go to people that it gets to be for the community, that people get to enjoy and get to be inspired and get to, rip it and get to enjoy it. So it's just one of those things. Glass pipes and the community, over time it has changed and evolved, and it will never stop. And that's the beauty of life in the glass community. It's going to continue to push, and it's going to continue to be different than it was yesterday. But seeing these pieces that are part of history and to get to actually document them for you guys, I hope you are feeling the vibes and can have that level of appreciation with me. As well, as the piece goes away, look at the level of care that this goes into. The laser cut perfection pelican. I've never seen that in real life in person, so just that extra bit of zest, just that oomph as you put it away or pull it out, just sliding it in, sliding it out. Hadn't seen that, thought I'd share it with you guys. If you like this video, definitely smash the like button, share the video with your homies, let everybody know. If you want to see more videos like this, that's the way it's going to happen. We're going to let everybody know in the community. We want to definitely document them. We want to push this onto YouTube. So if you're about it, if you're about that life, let everybody know. Like, comment, subscribe. All the YouTube stuff for algorithm. Legalize it, talk about it, but most importantly, never stop evolving.